Hey, you're now listening to the Nasi Lemak Podcast. I'm Xianghuan.
I'm Cynthia.
Obviously, you watched the movie that I recommended to you on Netflix, which is called The Intern.
Remember a few weeks ago we talked about the senior intern program?
Seniors in high school or college?
No. Seniors in life.
Hold on. What?
Probably you will be wondering, like, intern, is it like the newcomer or the youngster? No, this intern is actually the senior intern in this movie. So what do you like about this movie?
Okay, let me talk about the boss first. Actually, I like about the boss, the character of the boss, Jules. She's not the bossy type, although she's the CEO and founder. So what I like about her is that she will apologize if she realizes that it's her own mistake.
Yep.
So it's not that typical kind of boss. Like, I won't say sorry to her. And she actually apologized to the senior intern.
Yep.
The second thing that I like about the movie is the senior intern band. Also about the character, because I love how he's being very observant and also take initiative to do his work even though without being asked.
Yep.
Yeah, this is what I like most about these two characters.
One thing we can quote about Ben is that do the right thing without someone is observing. Yes. So
Yes.
what you mentioned about Jules, agree. What you mentioned about Ben, agree. One thing, the one scene that I like the most about this movie, right, is actually when Ben actually went for the physical interview. So the interviewer actually asked him, like, okay, so how do you see yourself in 10 years?
The typical interview
Yeah, I mean,
questions.
imagine that he is already in his age of like
70. Yeah.
So after 10 years, like 80. I mean, yes, it's a bit like comedic, but then this really gave him a very good breakthrough in terms of like, yeah, we should always think of like what is our future. And also it's in a company, we should always thought of like, okay, what we are going to be in 5 years, in 10 years. So when that scene happened, right, it's like really gave me a very big breakthrough. As in, like, to think about future. So for today's episode, it's not about this movie, and we are not going to review this movie. If you liked it, watch it yourself. But we are going to talk about internship, because recently we got some very interesting challenges with our interns. Let's share. What are the challenges that we face?
If I were to put it in general, I think the interns that we've seen recently, they have this thought of, I come here to learn because I'm an intern.
Yep.
Yeah, and when they have this thought, they come here to learn. I mean, that's not the wrong thought. Okay,
Yep.
that's right. But when they come here to learn, it's like they are coming here with zero knowledge. But to me, that as an intern, when you are going to a company to intern, right, you should have like a basic knowledge, a basic set of skills, and then you go inside the company and learn from the experience. Yeah,
Yep.
it's not that you go in without anything and you expect somebody to teach you from 1 to 100, like from scratch.
I mean, in a way, is that utilizing whatever you learn from the books or utilizing
school.
from the schools
And then applying it into the real life.
world. I mean, intern is actually giving you an opportunity to apply and also to experience the real world experience
Because
scenarios.
sometimes what you learn from your uni might not happen in the real life or might be
Correct.
different. So this is the part where I come here to learn.
Yeah,
It's not learn from zero.
I would say in a way it's more like they're expecting us to spoon feed them every single time. Yeah. I mean, come here to learn, no wrong, no right. But then sometimes we also realize that they have no common sense or even basic logic.
I
Yeah.
would say not responsible as well.
Yeah.
So when we talk about common sense, I believe we are talking about the same issue. Is that okay? Just a sharing. We used to have one intern,
Yep.
and when we went out for filming in an Airbnb, so basically we asked this intern to, can you please charge all these batteries?
Yep.
Like it's in an Airbnb. So the next question he asked is like, where is the plug point? So
Yes.
all of us were very shocked. Like
How should I answer this?
yeah, because we are all the first time going into that Airbnb, and you are inside Airbnb. I don't think it's very hard for you to find a plug point. It's not like you are inside a jungle or in a forest where
Correct.
it's very hard for you to find a plug point. If you ask me this question in jungle, in forest, I can accept this question. But you're asking me in an Airbnb, it's not very hard for you to find a plug point. Just go and find it.
Correct.
But you still ask it. So this is what we mentioned, like no common sense, no
Yeah.
logic, not responsible. And then just suggest when you assign a task, he doesn't even want to use his brain to think.
Yeah, correct. I mean, for your information, we are not that harsh because even if we are in jungle, right, we will have our power generator and everything. So it's not difficult to charge or not difficult to find a power source. Can I also say that like they are not really taking out initiative to learn, to pick up, or even to carry out whatever they're being delegated?
I don't know. I just feel like to me it's very funny.
Yeah. We always have this culture as in like, please do not hesitate to ask. Or like if you say you do not know anything, it's not a shame. You just ask. But to be honest, I need to tweak these culture rules again. It's like not to ask question that is stupid.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, common sense.
I think because some other company, they don't allow their intern to ask so many questions. Yeah, so sometimes when the intern really have doubt, like they don't dare to approach someone to ask. So we actually have the culture of like, just feel free to ask. We don't, like what you always told us, like we don't expect you to know everything. So if you are unclear with something, just ask.
Yeah.
But recently, like, I feel like some of the interns are really take this for granted and just like what I mentioned just now, the plug pointing, like just stupid questions, something like that. Funny lah.
We take it funny lah, actually. So talking about taking for granted, right? I mean, recently, if you remember, we interviewed 3 candidates. So these 3 candidates, at first we didn't notice that they are coming from the same environment. Apparently, the first candidate saying that, oh, one of my classmate is driving, so we will be tumpang her car to work. And then for us, it's just like, what are you talking about? So are you expecting that we are going to hire all of you so that you can come together and buy tumpang one of the candidates' car?
Eventually, the second candidate also
told us the same thing.
Yes, told us the same thing.
That's how we actually put them. Oh, apparently they are all together. Yeah, and then when it comes to the third one, then we know like this.
The third one is the one who has
this young
the car.
lady is the one with the transport and also with the car.
They take it for granted that the company should hire the 3 of them.
Correct.
Yeah, but
anyway,
like, isn't we the one who decide who we are gonna hire, man?
Probably the world have changed. There's no right and wrong. For them, it's correct because basically they have planned their solution. But then in a way, it just
maybe from our perspective, we feel like they take us for granted that we have to hire the 3 of them together.
Yes. So just this is the brutal facts in the real world society. There's no wrong to make friends in working environment. But then one of the candidates actually told us that, oh, I'm here to make friends.
Oh, the moment when I heard this, I'm like, huh?
Yeah. I mean, no wrong. Our culture is always being transparent, be like a family. To build networks is not a wrong thing. Probably she should rephrase the words a bit as in like, I'm here to build my future networks and my future connection. I mean, this is acceptable, but here to make friends, it sounds a bit wrong to me.
Been through so many like interview process and then some of our interns, right? It actually make my life fun. Can I say fun? It's like, okay, at that moment, at that time when the thing happened, I might be mad. But after you see like what we are talking right now, I feel very funny. And sometimes I share it with my friends and my friends is like, wow, my life is much more merrier after listening to your story.
Yeah, I mean, probably a part of our life right now. Since we've been complaining about interns.
Not complain, share.
Sharing some of the challenges that we realized from the recent interns. For you, for myself, we've been through that before as an interns. So how do you think that it's supposed to be choosing the right internship?
I think for me, personally speaking, when I was doing my internship, right, my first thing that I very priority on is about career goals. I actually went through diploma and degree internship. So during my diploma internship, that time I was hoping that after I finish my intern, my boss will hire me so I don't have to go to study anymore because I can directly work.
Yeah.
But instead, my boss told me that I feel that you lack of something. You don't have like a spotlight on you.
Yeah.
So he doesn't know where should he put me in. So in the end, he didn't hire me. He told me about this. So okay, I realized my own shortcoming. So I told myself, okay, maybe I should go and try degree study, further study, and then find my spotlight. After studying degree and then went to the internship during degree, right? I already have a clear goals that okay, after I finish my internship, I want to be hired by this company. And I really got hired by the company lah. I mean, I achieved my goals lah.
To take into consideration is also basically study about the company. And also in terms of culture, in terms of like what they do, and also in terms of like their reputations. Why it's important is because basically if let's say you don't really like whatever the company is doing, there's no point for you to shine. I mean, there's no way for you to shine as well. And also if let's say you don't really like the culture of the company, I don't think that you will be happy working in that company. This is other factors to consideration.
I think also one more is about the learning opportunity. When we speak about this, right, most people will have the debate like whether you should go to big company or small,
small company.
So I think it really depends on your personal goal.
Preference.
Yeah, preferences. Big company, they have their own privilege, and small company, they have their own fun as well. I think really depends on personal thoughts, like how you want to choose for your career. I think the most important thing for interns who are going to internships, right, they have to understand the roles and their responsibility before accepting the role.
offers.
Because I know that there are some interns, right, when they accepted the job, right, accepted the role as internship, but when they go inside to the company, they are doing something different.
I ever heard this. This intern was accepted to a production house like us. And the job this intern do, right, is actually to paint the wall. Paint the office wall.
I personally encountered this issue as well in my previous job. He's an intern, but then the producer asked him to go and paint the wall.
I mean, just sharing, there's definitely such a thing happening.
About this topic, right? I mean, this issue, right? You can also see in two ways. My job is A, but why are you giving A to Z?
Yeah.
Another person will take it as like, oh, so you give me A to Z. It's okay. I just
Take it as an opportunity,
to learn something like that.
To feel the real world.
Another thing that interns should have in mindset is that you should know that why the company should hire you. So you have to make yourself valuable to the company. If you're not valuable, why the company should hire you, right?
Most importantly, be prepared to be proactive and also to build not relationship, but connections with the people in the real world. You never know, one day when you step to the real world, right, these connections will be your valuable assets, which is that you never know. It could be in your career, it could be in your future business, or it could be something that you never thought of. That is all about this episode that we wanted to talk about internship. More information, we also always on hiring interns, whether you are academic or apprenticeship. Feel free to drop us your resume and profile. We will be happy to look into. Thank you for listening to the Nasi Lemak Podcast.